Across Australia, New Zealand and the South Pacific, this is the week's Adventist News in Focus.
Hello, thanks so much for joining us this week. I'm Sibel Kute. Some health experts are saying Australia's current preoccupation with the damaging effects of crystal methamphetamine, or ice, is misguided. Instead, they say the focus should be on the most damaging drug on the market, cheap alcohol. According to the New Daily, drug researchers have particularly singled out cask wine as being the preferred beverage of problem drinkers. They say evidence from overseas suggests governments should hike taxes for cheap alcohol products. But the political will to get tough on alcohol appears to be lacking, at least in New South Wales, where the government has backed down from introducing stricter regulations on licensed premises. According to the Sydney Morning Herald, the proposed changes were dropped before the last state election, after influential hospitality industry representatives raised objections. Meanwhile, church organisations such as the Salvation Army provide support and rehabilitation for problem drinkers. The Salvation Army, various Baptist groups and the Seventh-day Adventist Church continue to recommend an alcohol-free lifestyle. A new international association has been founded for Seventh-day Adventists in high positions of government responsibility. In establishing the group, a number of Adventist politicians and other senior officials said they often feel isolated in their positions and misunderstood by fellow church members who are dubious about the compromises involved in holding public office. The world president of the Adventist Church addressed the inaugural meeting of the group at San Antonio, Texas, comparing them with biblical characters who held high office, such as Esther, Joseph, and Daniel. Due to the denomination's emphasis on education and service, scores of Adventists have risen to senior government positions, particularly in the Caribbean and the South Pacific. Evangelistically minded churches put a lot of effort into helping new believers come to faith, but a church in the remote South Pacific atolls of Tuvalu has been focusing on reconnecting with members who have left. The youth group from the Adventist Church in the capital Funafuti, together with 2 mission volunteers from Fiji, made the time to visit and pray with past church members in their homes in the lead-up to a series of public meetings. The series was well attended and culminated with 44 new believers and previous church members being baptized in the ocean. A new feature film retelling the beginnings of the Seventh-day Adventist movement has been received with enthusiasm by world church leaders.
Lindsay, what have I done?
Mr. Miller and those who listen to him suffer from a grand delusion.
If you would just give God a chance.
I did that already.
Tell the World is an Australian production and was mostly shot in an historic pioneer village in Canada. Church leaders are discussing how the 2.5-hour film can be used as an educational resource for young Adventists, new believers, and others whose knowledge of the church's beginnings is hazy.
So where's the Ancient of Days?
In heaven.
You have won thousands.
I shall never again doubt the faithfulness of Scripture.
I saw the Advent believers walking on a path, and as long as they kept their eyes on Jesus, they were safe.
The producers are yet to announce an official launch date for the retail market. There's more news in this week's full half hour of Record in Focus, as well as these special features. Lyle Shelton comments on last week's ALP conference.
A very disappointing place for the Labor Party to go to, because it means they have no room anymore for candidates for political office who support marriage between a man and a woman.
Almonds are good for you. Sue Rad tells us why.
So the skin contains lots of antioxidants inside, and these antioxidants, called flavonols and catechins, actually work in food when you have a meal with other antioxidants in synergy, like an orchestra.
And what's the state of Christian music in Australia?
I suppose on the upside, we've got bands like Hillsong United and Hillsong Young and Free. They're going busters
poised
overseas.
To take over the world.
Yeah.
It's all there at our website, record.net.au. And of course, you can watch InFocus every week on Hope Channel, the Australian Christian Channel, or Digital 44 in Adelaide. Well, that's all for me from this week, and I'll see you next time on InFocus Adventist News. God bless.